Pros and cons of living in Broomfield? Thinking about making a move to Broomfield but not sure if it's quite right for you? I'm going to cover the pros and cons in this video, and it's coming right up. Hi, I'm Natalie Randall, former teacher turned realtor and real estate strategist, helping people make their move in and to the Denver and the North Denver suburbs. Now, if you want to know everything there is to know about living in Denver and the North Denver suburbs, start now by clicking that subscribe button below and making sure you tap on the bell so that you're notified anytime there's a new video that I've made just for you. Over the past several years, there has been tons of new development in Broomfield. I remember at the young age of 10 visiting my uncle that lived there. This was in the 90s, and I can still recall that his home was surrounded by farmland. With all of the new development in the area, this means more opportunity for housing. Those housing options include single-family homes, townhomes, and condos. Additionally, there is a development with hundreds of newer restaurants, both those that are franchises and locally owned. These can be found in the Orchard Town Center, Denver Premium Outlets, and Westminster Promenade. The Broomfield Town Center development project is being thought out and planned. At this time, the project has plans for a mixed-use activity center that will include eateries, retail shopping opportunities, office space for professionals and businesses, as well as additional residential opportunities. The plans also incorporate a community park pond extending around the library and auditorium. Lastly, Broomfield boasts one of the top shopping malls in the Denver area, Flatiron Crossing, which houses roughly 200 stores, restaurants, and eateries. Close proximity to the mountains and tons of outdoor walking trails and open spaces is the second pro to living in Broomfield. There are roughly 45 parks in Broomfield, 7 open spaces, and 4 trails, ranging from as much as 8 1/4 mile to as little as 1/3 mile. Additionally, if you want to venture outside of Broomfield, its close proximity to Boulder offers several challenging hiking trails and those that are slightly more tolerable. The third pro in Broomfield is the arts and culture in the city. The Broomfield Art Guild is a collective of artisans that produce monthly and yearly exhibitions. The city of Broomfield sponsors Broomfield Days, which includes Dog Days of Broomfield, Broomfield Days restaurant specials, and Broomfield Day performances and vendor booths. This huge event occurs every year. There's plenty of open space, and the Broomfield Amphitheater, which has 295 seats, hosts a variety of musical performances and free summer concerts. It's right behind me. The Broomfield Auditorium is a 6,800 square foot building that seats 288 people, also right behind me. The Audi, as it is commonly known, is home to several yearly performances and is also available for rent. It actually is in the same building as the Broomfield Library. If you're looking for more information on Broomfield schools, make sure to check out that link above. Okay, these are the 3 main pros of living in Broomfield. There are a few other additional pros like the low unemployment rate, access to gyms and fitness facilities, as well as other unique gym offerings like aerial and Krav Maga. Another pro is that Broomfield is still relatively small with access to the bigger nearby cities, which can be obtained by Broomfield's proximity to I-25, E-470 or Northwest Parkway, 287 and US 36. Let's go over the cons of living in Broomfield. The first con is the traffic. With Broomfield's proximity to the major interstates and highways mentioned above, you'll most likely encounter traffic jams when navigating to and from nearby cities like Denver, Boulder, Thornton, etc. Also, because Broomfield continues to grow, most of the main streets in the city are heavily congested. Of course, the plus side of this is that the city is growing, which means additional revenue for the city and a boosted economy, which allows residents to continue to thrive. My favorite road for moving in and to Broomfield is E-470, which is a toll road, but it certainly cuts down on those commute times. The second con is that there are very little historic homes in the area. Yes, you can still find old farmhouses from the 1900s, but they are few and far between. Unlike Denver, there are very little older homes with charming characteristics like those often found in Tudors, Denver squares, and bungalows. Although there are homes lacking in characteristic, there are several newer neighborhoods and established ones that are very desirable. To watch a video on Broomfield's top neighborhoods, click on the link above. Broomfield doesn't have its own school district, and this is the third con. Broomfield currently has schools from Adams 12 5-star schools, Jefferson County, and Boulder Valley. This could be the reason that Broomfield schools spend about $8,922 per student compared to the average school expenditure of $12,383 per student in the US. Across the board, Colorado's public schools are underfunded. So as a side note, this is not a con that is exclusive to Broomfield, but rather a statewide issue. These are the three main cons of living in Broomfield. Some additional cons include that although the area is beautiful, many people do have allergies to the grasses and trees that make the city so visually appealing. The growth rate in Broomfield since 2010 is 30.23%. This particular con could be perceived either way. For residents that have lived in Broomfield for years, they may welcome the additional income to the city, while at the same time feeling the headache of the congestion in the area. On the other hand, the growth, especially for those new to the area, may be a welcomed event, as it can indicate the stability of the city's economy and housing market, along with those new job opportunities. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do so. Just click that little red subscribe button below. It really does help my self-esteem.